Okay, so we are talking about the sweltering weather that we have been dealing with. And here to answer all questions about heat and humidity, we put them on the hot seat. Like I said, our chief meteorologist, Tony Cavalier.
It is.
It's getting a little hot here. We might actually do this. Our producer, Melanie, says that we may do this every day this week if you're around, because the response has been just phenomenal. So we're going to get to our first question. And this is Rosa. And Rosa asks the question, does this warm weather now mean a warmer winter ahead? How about that?
What happened last year, of course, we had El Nino that drove the pattern across America. This year, El Nino was the warm Pacific. This year, the Pacific's tending cooler, cooler than normal in the Pacific Ocean often means wetter and somewhat milder. So it's not that it's what's happening right now that's going to drive the winter as far as our temperatures are concerned, but the Pacific Ocean's making a transition, so the early call for the winter is a lot of rain, probably a limited amount of snowfalls, and likely above normal temperatures. Okay,
so our next question is from Cheryl, and Cheryl asks, will we see fall temperatures soon?
You know, by the end of the week, we're going to have a slight drop in temperature.
But not fall-like temperatures.
But it won't be like crisp as in fall.
Okay.
In fact, Kellyanne and I were talking, and overall, the pattern heading into September is going to be hot. So reading, writing, arithmetic, September heat wave is likely before we change the colors on the
You know, and the retailers hate to hear that, because the retailers, they're already starting to put out all their pumpkin spice lattes, and their Halloween decorations are out. They need to make this happen.
I remember last year when El Nino came on and it was so warm well into December, all those winter clothes were in storage and weren't selling from the department stores, and they wound up having great sales after the first of the year because they had to get rid of it. Wouldn't be surprised to see a late arriving winter this year.
Good for the consumer, that's for sure. Okay, Robert says that he wants to know who came up with the feels like temperature, and how do you calculate that? How is that calculated?
Well, that's obviously a scientific question as far as the wind chill was developed on the Russian front during the World War II.
Makes sense.
I think the infiltration of the heat indexes, mostly for these certified athletic trainers who need to be able to calculate what it feels in the body for these athletes, heat and humidity together. So we'd have to look up the actual origination, but it's basically a way the human body responds to both heat and humidity. And the old-fashioned certified athletic trainers have what's called a sling psychrometer, where they literally sling the moisture out of the air in order to feel what the temperature would cool to during a downpour. So it's very scientific. I'm not sure the derivation or the origin, but it certainly is scientifically based.
Let's say a sling
a psychrometer.
A sling psychrometer.
That's right. It's a way we measure humidity, and we need to be able to cool the air as much as it can in order to figure out what the heat index is. And if you take the dew point, take the temperature, look at the dew point. For every degree it's above 65, add 1 degree to the heat index and you'll come very close. So right now, 90-degree temperature, 70-degree dew point, we're 5 degrees above 65 in the dew point. 5 plus 90 feels 95.
Well, as we said, we have a million questions that we have. Although we do have a last one. This comes from actually our first Look at 4 team. And basically they want to know, the question is, do you want strawberry shortcake?
No, it's my favorite. And you know, my birthday passed without strawberry shortcake.
Well, guess what?
We know that.
Oh, how about that?
Happy birthday. See, this is what happens.
There you go.
Your birthday passed. You didn't tell us it was your birthday, and you were away for a week.
I sense Kellyanne came to me like one day afterwards, and she said, "Oh, I forgot your birthday." I said, "Don't worry, Kellyanne, you're the only one who's wished me happy birthday anyway."
We didn't
started
know.
last week about this.
Of course, you don't say anything.
So then she made the cake.
Well,
Kellyanne made the cake.
This is makeup, so here we go. Remembering the day of, because that was
right. So happy birthday.
This is a great surprise.
So he said the good thing is Tony is 39, and he somehow gets younger than me every single year, and he's down to 39 this
That's
year.
the way we want it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell me, is this a big enough slice, or should I go bigger?
Piece, yes.
Yes, he likes
nice.
large
And the Rob Queen 2-piece rule is being waived today.
Yes, we have an employee, Rob Queen, here who tends to overindulge a little bit. I know he's in the back right now. And,
well, we're going to get it in pieces here.
Looks very good. You guys did a nice job on that. And Kellyanne, fantastic job. She slaved over this yesterday.
And you know, I've got 15 minutes for first at 5, so I'm gonna plop that down.
There you go. Yeah. Well, you can start now, but you get more.
Nice.
So, but this is your first piece.
Where did you get the recipe for this?
You know what? I actually kind of different
Kellyanne did.
So,
oh yeah, she's homemade. Yeah.
Thanks, Kellyanne.
So you
Yes.
did this. That's terrific.
Tony, we love you.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Thank you for having a birthday, because now I get to
Thanks,
indulge
Brett.
you.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Tony. We love you.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday. We'll be right back.